All right, so I've been looking at this full timeline, all 36 Ottoman sultans, and not just who they were, but how their stories ended. And when you line them all up like this, it almost feels like you're looking at a chart of power and the price of it. Some died peacefully, some died violently, some were broken long before they actually died. So let's walk through it, step by step, like we're reading history straight off a chart, from the very first ruler to the very last. At the very top of the chart, Osman I, the founder, the man who started everything. Now here's the thing. The records from his time are not very clear. We're talking early 1300s. A lot of history is based on later accounts. Most historians believe he died from illness, likely gout. Nothing dramatic, no betrayal, no battlefield death. Just a ruler who built something from nothing and passed away as its leader. A quiet ending for a man who began a storm. Next, Orhan, Osman's son. And honestly, his story ends just as calmly. He ruled for decades, expanded the state, strengthened it. And then, old age, natural causes, no chaos, no tragedy, just time catching up with him. At this stage, the empire still feels stable. And then suddenly, everything changes. Murad I. We move from palace to battlefield. The Battle of Kosovo. The Ottomans win. But after the battle, Murad is approached and assassinated. Stabbed, right there on the field, he becomes the first Ottoman sultan to die in battle. Now his son, Bayezid I. And this is one of the most dramatic falls in the entire chart. Battle of Ankara. He faces Timur, Tamerlane, and he doesn't just lose, he's captured. A sultan taken prisoner, and not long after, he dies in captivity. We don't know exactly how. Illness, stress, humiliation. But imagine the shift, from ruling an empire to dying as a captive. After chaos comes recovery. Mehmed I. He rebuilds the empire after civil war, brings order back, stabilizes everything, and then illness, possibly a stroke, maybe fever. Murad II, a strong, capable ruler, and interestingly, a man who once gave up the throne and then came back. Not many rulers do that. He dies of a stroke, sudden, clean. A ruler who didn't always want power, but carried it anyway. Now, one of the biggest names, Mehmed II, the conqueror of Constantinople. And yet, his death is still a mystery. Officially, illness, possibly gout. But there's more. There were multiple assassination attempts against him, and suspicion falls on his own doctor. Poisoning is a real possibility, and that's what makes it fascinating. A man who conquered a city that stood for 1,000 years, and we still don't know what killed him. Now, Bayezid II. And now we start seeing something darker. Internal power struggles. He's forced to abdicate by his own son. Selim steps down, leaves the throne, and dies shortly after, on the road. Natural causes? Yes. But the situation? Painful. Being removed by your own child and dying in that shadow. Now, Selim I, the Grim, a fierce and feared ruler. He dies during a campaign, possibly from infection, maybe cancer. But what's interesting is how his death is described, almost like a moral example. A good death. Even in death, he remained a symbol of strength and faith. Next, Suleiman the Magnificent, at the peak of the empire, and his ending? On campaign, in a tent, old, sick, exhausted. He dies just before victory at 𝐸𝐸𝐺𝐺. And here's the incredible part. His death is kept secret. For weeks, the army continues as if nothing happened, because the empire could not afford weakness. Even in death, he had to appear alive. Then, a very different ending. Selim II. And honestly, this one feels almost unreal. He slips in a bathhouse, hits his head, cerebral hemorrhage, dies, no war, no politics, just a fall. From empire to a wet floor. Now, Murad III dies of gout, spent much of his time inside the palace. Not a warrior like his ancestors. His story ends, not with action, but decline. Then Mehmed III, a heavy reign, literally and emotionally. He executes 19 of his brothers when he takes the throne, and later dies of a heart attack, likely linked to stress and obesity. The weight of power becomes real. Next, Ahmed I, young, only 27, dies of typhus, but remembered differently. He builds the Blue Mosque and chooses not to kill his brothers. A rare act of mercy. His story feels human and short. Now let's talk about Mustafa I. A tragic life, decades spent in confinement. It destroys his mental health. He's deposed twice and dies of epilepsy. A man shaped and broken by imprisonment. Next come Osman II. Young, ambitious, wants reform, but the Janissaries rebel. They capture him and kill him, strangled, his ear cut off as proof. This moment changes everything. From here on, sultans are no longer untouchable. Next is Murad IV. Strict, ruthless, bans alcohol, tobacco, even coffee, enforces it brutally, and then dies of liver disease from drinking. The irony is impossible to ignore. There comes Ibrahim, mentally unstable, deposed and executed, strangled, while his mother watches from the palace. It's one of the most haunting images in Ottoman history. Next is Mehmed IV. Deposed, exiled, dies naturally, quiet. After everything we've seen, this almost feels like mercy. Next on our list is Suleiman II. Dies of illness, during difficult times. No drama, just pressure and decline. There comes Ahmed II. Gout, short reign. Another ruler worn down by both body and empire. Then Mustafa II. Deposed, but survives. Dies later, naturally. Not every fall ends in death. Next, Ahmed III. The Tulip era, beauty, culture, art, then deposition, imprisonment, and a quiet death behind walls. Next is Mahmud I. Sick, but still performs his duty. Goes out for Friday prayer, returns, and dies. From the effort. There's something deeply human in that. Osman III. Short reign, natural death, quiet. Almost forgotten. Mustafa III. Dies of a heart attack. Years of stress. Watching the empire weaken. Sometimes, worry kills. Abdulhamid I. Overwhelmed by defeat in war. Dies from anxiety and grief. A ruler, emotionally crushed by events. Selim III. A reformer, tries to modernize. The Janissaries overthrow him, and then kill him. Inside the palace, trying to save the empire, costs him his life. Mustafa IV. Placed on the throne by rebels, removed soon after, and executed, because rivals cannot be left alive. Mahmud II destroys the Janissaries, reforms the empire, and dies of tuberculosis, a slow ending for a powerful life.
Abdulmajid I.
Also tuberculosis, same disease, different generation. It follows the dynasty. Abdulaziz, one of the most debated deaths. Officially, suicide, wrists cut, but later ruled as murder, possibly ordered, possibly staged. Truth, still uncertain. Murad V rules for just 3 months, mental breakdown, removed, spends 28 years imprisoned, dies there, a lifetime reduced to isolation. Abdulhamid II, long reign, eventually deposed, dies in captivity, heart failure. Even the strongest rulers end the same way. Mehmed V, World War I, old age, dies on the throne, never sees the final collapse. And finally, Mehmed VI, the last Sultan, leaves Istanbul on a British ship, lives in exile, dies in Italy, no empire, no throne, just the end of a 600-year dynasty. So that's all 36. And when you look at it like this, it's not just history, it's a pattern. Power, followed by pressure. Victory, followed by fear. And in so many cases, the real danger wasn't outside the empire. It was inside. The Ottoman Empire lasted 6 centuries, but for the men who ruled it, the throne was never safe. If you found this breakdown interesting, there's a lot more history to uncover. I'll see you in the next one.